a motion to table until further investigation of funding investigation? To table for further funding investigation.
Close the discussion. Is there a second?
Wait a minute, Mr. Kent, you have the motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Malone has a second. Do we have any discussion?
Bert, what's your recommendation
I'll have to do it.
on purchasing the golf course? What's your recommendation?
My recommendation is not to purchase it with city funds, to go out and borrow the money, but if we can do alternative financing, then I would really like to do it.
So we have a motion on the floor to table until we do further investigation. And we have a second, so now we're going to vote on the table motion. Mr. Malone?
Aye.
Ms. Buckmaster?
We're voting on tabling it?
Tabling it.
Aye.
Mr. Love?
Aye.
Mr. Bell?
Aye.
Ms. Bishop?
Aye.
Mr. Kent?
Aye.
Okay. On this one, we didn't publish this one right. So on item number 11, executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.074 on personnel matters. This was not published correctly, so we will not be going to executive session on that. Because in order to consider internal control violations, it would have had to have an employee name or an agent's name, employee, board member, or what was the other one?
Official.
Officer,
City official.
city official, officer. So we can, we can't go into executive session. That's all there is to that. So Tracy, your best way to handle this would be to move it to the next agenda, or
That's up to the council, because what I understand that we were told to do was to place it on this agenda.
yes.
But it didn't get posted accurately, and so we can repost for the next meeting and get further clarification of how to properly post it. But since we had been told by the council to go ahead and post it, I felt like we needed to get further information. But we can't do anything in executive session. So I think it's really up to the council whether or not it's tabled and we're allowed to get further information about how to properly post it. But that's y'all's decision, not ours as a staff.
Okay. I'm sorry, y'all lost me.
Okay, so what I understood, and if my recollection is wrong, there was a lot going on at the last meeting too. We were told to put this back on the agenda.
Right.
Okay, and so we did, but I'm not really sure that staff was on the same page about what exactly we were needing to put on the agenda. And so then when it showed up as a personnel item in executive session, and there's not any personnel listed, it gave me concern. And so that's why we're not going into executive session. And then in terms of our posting for action following, clearly internal control violations, but again, I'm a little hesitant because I don't think that we've got it posted properly. And it depends a lot on, because we are typically very specific and we try to give as much information as we can on our agendas, so citizens have, if we could either table it to next time and give me an opportunity to understand better, Sandy and I, what it is that we're needing to address, or if you all want to discuss in general internal control, right now, that's okay too, but I'm going to have some direction from you.
Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you what needs to happen, and then we can decide how to do it. Because the only thing I'm trying to get us to do is to look at what happened and decide if we need to do something differently with our internal controls.
Okay,
So,
and so, from the legal side of it, and I don't know anything about the money side, I don't know anything about the back office of the city, because that's beyond my thing. So, if we are talking about addressing what actions were taken, if that's the city manager, if that's the mayor, if that's finance, this is what we did. If you all are wanting some sort of report, or are you wanting to talk to, for instance, Bert, because he's the one that kind of then would set the tone for those new controls, or adjusted controls, or further controls. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, that's, I've already handled the problem that she's worried about. So, I've already addressed them with employees and changed it, so
Okay,
she wants to discuss that, I guess.
okay.
no,
So,
here's what I'm trying to get us to discuss and look at. We have a set of internal controls. Those internal controls were not done the way that they're supposed to be followed. I understand you've addressed it, and that's great, and that's terrific. I want us, and what was suggested by the auditors was for us to specifically look at our internal controls revolving around cash, that they are sufficient, and to, in particular, look at our internal controls around purchasing cashier's checks, because what they told me was that we, in all probability, do not have anything that specifically addresses purchasing cashier's checks. So we may need to set some internal controls up in that area.
okay, so in my mind, and y'all disagree, or it's a, that's kind of workshop kind of thing. What do we have? What do we need to beef up? What do we need to get rid of? And again, I'm
And
not
that's
trying to put
fine.
words in your
I mean, we
mouth,
could
but just in
do a
order
workshop
for
or
everybody to
whatever.
understand, because we do have folks on the council who don't even know maybe what some of these words are. Because they're not as entrenched in it as you are, or as some folks have been in the council for a while.
And if we need to add it to
Now,
the workshop, that's fine.
I'll clarify this by saying this is on the workshop.
Oh, okay.
We are
Okay,
putting
good.
this on the workshop
Okay.
item.
Okay.
Okay, so could it be that perhaps this is tabled to the workshop agenda?
That's fine.
Okay, that's not my motion.
Okay.
Somebody's going to do it.
So do we need a motion?
We need a motion.
Please.
If you would like it tabled to the workshop agenda, we
Okay.
need a motion for
I
that.
move that we move the discussion of internal control policies to the workshop.
Okay. Ms. Buckmaster?
Aye.
Do I have a second?
Oh, sorry.
Second.
Mr. Malone seconds. Mr. Love? Mr. Bell? Ms. Bishop? Mr. Kent?
Aye.
Ms. Buckmaster?
Aye.
And Mr. Malone?
Aye.
Okay, so then at this time, which is 9:06, I'd like to adjourn the meeting. And thank you very much for